If you master what I'm about to share in this video, it will genuinely change your life. We are talking quantum leaping, manifesting, changing your reality. What if I told you that the life you have been dreaming about, the money, the relationship, the freedom, the version of you that has it all already exists right now? Not someday, not after you work hard enough to earn it, right now. And what if the only reason you don't have it yet isn't because you are not capable, not because you're not worthy, it's simply because you are tuned to the wrong frequency. And I know that sounds a little out there, but I'm going to make it so simple and practical that by the end of this video, you will wonder why nobody explained in this way before. Stick around, actually implement this, and you will have found one of the real cheat code to life. That's not a small claim, but I mean it, every single word of it. Hi, I'm Neha Aditya. I'm health and mindset coach with 10 years of experience, and I help women step into the leadership, elevate their identity, and lead their life like a CEO. This is where you build confidence, create wealth, and become the version of you who does not chase success, shame what it in. Because everything changes the moment you change who you are. If you're ready to rise, lead, and have it all, welcome to my channel. You cannot think your way into a new reality. You have to become the one first. That's the difference between people who quantum leap, who seems to flip their entire life almost overnight, and people who journal, affirm, and visualize for years and stay stuck in the exact same place. Let's break it down in 7 parts. Part 1. What is actually quantum leap? A quantum leap, at its core, a sudden shift from one state of being into the completely different one. In everyday terms, it's a rapid, real upgrade in your life, not the slow grinding kind of change, a jump, a leap. And there where it gets interesting, quantum physics, real peer review science, shows us the multiple reality don't just theoretically exist, they exist simultaneously right now. Which also means there are infinite versions of you, each living a different life on a different timeline at a different frequency. Your dream self isn't future possibility, she's current reality, just vibrating at a frequency you haven't tuned into yet. Quantum leaping is simply the intentional process of closing the gap. Part 2. The role of frequency. Now, here is the piece of most people skip over, and it's the most important one. The universe doesn't communicate through words or logic. It communicates through energy, through frequency and vibration. Tesla himself said, if you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. He also described his own mind as a receiver, meaning the quality of what he created depends entirely on what frequency he wants to tune to. So, what determines your frequency? 2 things: thoughts and your beliefs. Every thought carries a vibrational charges. Every belief shapes how you feel, and how you feel is your frequency. It's the signal you broadcasting, and the universe matches it. This means if you want to shift into new reality, the internal shift has to come first. The feeling before the physical, the frequency before the result. Part number 3. Frequency plus action equal the real formula. Here's where I want to clear something up, because this trips a lot of people up. Tapping into the right frequency alone won't change your life. You can't just visualize $1 million and open up your bank account app expecting a surprise deposit. That's not how this works. What frequency does it? Unlock the right action. When your internal world is aligned with your desired self, when you are thinking her thoughts, feeling her feeling, embodying her energy, that's when something shifts. You start receiving what I will call inspired nudge, an inexplicable urge to reach out to someone, an impulse to show someone you have never been before. That is the universe responding to your frequency with the direction. The action still has to happen, but it stops feeling like force and start feeling like flow. Stop obsessing over the how. Get into the frequency first. The how will find you. Part number 4. The normalization secret. This is the part nobody talks about enough. And honestly, this might be the most powerful concept in this entire video. You cannot sustain a reality that doesn't feel normal to you. Think about it. If you only ever made $2,000 a month and suddenly 10,000 lands up in your account, your nervous system panic. Your subconscious push it away because it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel like you. The goal isn't just to attract what you want. The goal is to make what you want to feel completely ordinary. There are two powerful ways to do this. First, visualization done right. Your subconscious mind genuinely cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Studies have shown the people who mentally rehearse physical tasks without actually doing them still build measurable strength and skill. The brain encodes the imagined experience as memory. Now, let's think about this. Scientists ran a study where they split people into 3 groups. One group physically practiced free throw for 30 days. One group did nothing. And one group, they just visualized making free throw in their mind every day for 30 days. The group that physically practiced improved by 24%. The group that did nothing, 0 improvement, obviously. But the group that only visualized, they improved by 23%, nearly identical result without touching a basketball once. Your nervous system, your subconscious mind, your entire body, they cannot fully tell the difference between something you vividly experience in your imagination and something that is physically happening to you. This is not woo-woo. This is neuroscience. So when you visualize, don't visualize it like a miracle. Visualize it like just Tuesday. Oh yes, I do have that. Of course I do. This is my life, calm, settled, ordinary. That's the energy you are aiming for. Not breathless excitement, but quiet certainty. Rehearse it until the excitement fades into the familiarity. That familiarity is the frequency. Second, change what you are constantly exposing to. Quantum physics tell us the nothing becomes real until it is observed. So if you want a certain reality, start observing it everywhere you can. If you want financial abundance, surround yourself with people and content that normalize wealth. If you want deep love, consume story environment that make healthy relationship feels like standard, not exception. If you want certain lifestyle, immerse yourself in it however you can. Visit the places, follow the people, absorb the energy. Your brain adjusts to what it constantly observes, make it desire reality feel like a norm, and it will become your norm. Part 5. Focus on what you want, not what you don't. Quick exercise. Don't think about a pink elephant. You just thought about a pink elephant, isn't? This is exactly what happens when your mental energy is anchored to what you don't want. For example, if you keep saying, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be alone, I don't want to feel this way anymore, every single one of those thoughts is pulling your frequency direct towards the thing you are trying to escape. The shift is simple but transformative. Flip every I don't want into I am. For example, I don't want to be broke becomes money flows to me easily and consistently. I don't want to become alone becomes I'm open, ready, and magnetic to real love. I don't want to be stressed becomes I move through life with calm and clarity. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Keep your mind anchored to what you are moving towards, not what you are running away. Part 6. The ladder approach. Here is one final and crucial piece. You can only lead to what you genuinely believe is possible for you. If deep down a goal feels completely unreachable, your energy will never fully align with it because belief is the foundation of frequency. So instead of trying to force a massive jump that your nervous system resists, think of it as a ladder. Find the highest step into you can truly believe, the highest version of you, next chapter that feels stretchy but real. Leap to that, stabilize there, let it become your new normal, then use that step to climb higher. Going from 9 to 5 to $1 million business overnight? Hard to believe. But going from 9 to 5 to running your own business that covers your bill? Believable. Start from there. This isn't about playing small. It's about building genuine movement. Because a belief you truly hold is infinitely more powerful than a dream you secretly doubt. Part number 7, ease over force. Last thing, and this one matter more than people realize. Desperation block your energy. Force block your frequency. The tighter you grip what you want, the harder it is to receive it. Have you ever noticed the things you are least attached to seem show up almost effortlessly? That ease isn't an accident. Detachment creates an open, receptive energy, and open, receptive energy is exactly what allows things in. Approach this whole process with a lightness, a playfulness, almost like you are playing a really fun game that you already know you are going to win. That energy, relaxed confidence, joyful expectation, that is the one of the highest frequency you can operate from. So, here is the framework simplified. Get clear on what you want. Tap into the thoughts, feelings, and believe on what version of you that already has it. Normalize it through visualization and intentional exposure. Keep your focus on what you are becoming, not what you are leaving behind. Take the inspired action that shows up and trust the process with ease, not by force. The life you want isn't waiting for you to earn it, it's waiting for you to tune into it. Now, go and do that. If this gives you clarity, share it with someone who needs it. And I'll see you in the next one.